Hey, it's Benji Cole, son of Al Cole from CBS Radio and host of the syndicated talk show, People of Distinction. A talk that gives you an in-depth view of some of the most dynamic, intelligent, and successful people on the planet. Run to our website, alcoleenterprises.com for more info. Email me through benji@alcoleenterprises.com if you'd like to get involved with what we have going. And as always, please continue to like and follow our broadcasts. People of Distinction is internationally syndicated solely due to the love and support that you all continue to give. We're available across all major distributors, and as long as you keep following, we're going to continue to put out the content. Now sit back and strap in, because on the line with us today, we have the impressive Makesha AC Williams. And we're going to be discussing her incredible poetry book, I Won't Be Defeated. It's Amazon, it's Barnes & Noble, man, it's a lot of other places. Type it into a search bar, sit back, and be greeted with it all. And before I go any further, I want to quickly point out the fact that Makesha was brought to us by Author Reputation Press. So for writers out there listening in who have gone through their process and now you need some assistance moving that book you just developed, head on over to authorreputationpress.com and gather all the ways that their fantastic team is going to help you do just that. People, listen. You know that little voice in your head that is constantly whispering, you can't? Yeah, I know it. I know you do as well. And Makesha, man, she's been at war with it, okay? After a crash that left her, I don't even want to say broken, because I think broken is the wrong term, and I'm going to leave that for her. She may categorize it that way. But listen, her spirit undeniably was in free fall. She had to rebuild her life word by word, beat by beat. And today we're going to sit down with the DJ, the producer, the poet to discuss her powerful new collection. This is a raw lyrical map from rock bottom back into the light. Sit back and strap in, man. To say that this is a book of inspiration is an understatement. You are going to be hooked, and this is a perfect addition to your shelf. Let's get it started. Makesha, first and foremost, welcome to the network, and thank you very much for being a guest. How are you doing today?
Thank you so very much for having me. It's always a pleasure. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm fantastic, Makesha. Better than I deserve, okay? And I'm getting over a common cold right now, which I guess is customary for this time of the year. But aside from that, I have my health. I have my family. I'm doing pretty well. So, Makesha, welcome to the network.
God bless.
Absolutely. Welcome to the network again. This is your book, I think, is something special. Like, it's a book of poetry, but it's so personal to you, yet relatable universally. And I think that's going to really gravitate towards a lot of our listeners. Let's start first and foremost. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
My name is Makesha. Everybody calls me Lil K. I love to write. I love to do any type of music because it makes me feel good. It is also healing.
Listen,
I just like to have fun.
I heard that. Who doesn't like to have fun, man? I'm there with you, Makesha. And I also understand, like, you were talking about music being healing. And it's interesting because I've had conversations with people in the past, and I've always recognized the healing power of music, right? There is such a beautiful transference of really of anything, a power of whatever it is that you're looking for in the moment. If you find the right song, you find the right music, man, it can do wonders. So I'm right there with you. I appreciate that. Tell us a little bit more about your book, and not so much, I mean, listen, we know it's a book of poetry, but what inspired you to write it? How did this book even come to fruition?
What inspired me was there was an opportunity knocking on my door. So once that opportunity knocked, I had to open it. Mm-hmm. And then when I opened it, I realized, yes, this is what I want to do. I didn't have plans on writing a book, but it just fell in my lap. And I was like, I need to pray on this. Is this the right way or is this the wrong way? I don't know. And it turned out to be an excellent thing and a powerful moment.
Listen, I know that your journey has really been a pivotal component to the poems that you write within the book. So I guess it wouldn't be fair if we start anywhere else. Talk to us about this life-altering accident that happened and how you were able to build and really come back from such a traumatic event.
The accident happened in 2002. What people don't realize is that I actually died in that accident.
Wow.
And I saw my body, like an out-of-body experience, go up to heaven. The first person I saw was one of my friends. And he asked me, he said, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "You tell me. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I like it here." And then another friend said, "You know what? Let's take a tour." So while I was taking a tour in heaven, I saw this beautiful, like, doves, angels. They were singing. And at the time, I didn't know what they were singing because their singing was more like humming. And then I also saw my family, so I was able to hug every last one of them. But then they sent me back. They was like, "You got to go back. You have a purpose." And I asked, I said, "What's the purpose?" They was like, "You'll realize what the purpose is when you go through all the situations and experience that you will occur." And I was like, okay. And then when I was coming back, I heard my mom call my name Keisha, because everybody called me Keisha. It was like, "Keisha, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And that's how it all started. With my journey, I just started writing everything down. What I saw, how I felt, and it turned into songs and poetry.
Makesha, as I mentioned, your poetry, it's been a journey through recovery for you, but also something that you categorize as a journey with God on your side. And I know that's a pivotal component to all of this, is your spiritual belief. I'm curious to know the poems that you had written. Is there a poem that feels most like a prayer, right? One that feels most like an answer. Tell us a little bit more about specific poems that you had written and connections that you may have with that.
I believe Change My Mind, because at that time, my mindset was so confused and dangerous. It was like in the danger zone. So I had to figure out, instead of thinking inside the box, I had to think outside the box. And with that, people would be like, "Oh, did you go to therapy?" No, not mental therapy, no. I did everything myself. And then as time went by, God was showing me the way. So yeah, Change My Mind. That's one of the songs that helped a lot. Besides, I'm Invisible.
People, I'm telling you, listen, you got to head on over to Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The book, again, is entitled I Won't Be Defeated. You got to pick up your copies today. And we've been talking about her journey, about her poetry. Now let's hear some of it. Makesha, if you have a poem readily available, myself, my listening audience, we're all ears. Take it away.
All right, I have Changed My Mind. Changed my mind. I know I wasn't doing fine. I had to free the anger. My mindset was in danger. I lost myself somehow. Took a while. Now I'm saying, wow. Changed my mind so I can change. Was looking in the mirror, talking to myself was strange. I was my own therapist. Didn't need a specialist. It didn't benefit me. Changed my mind so I was carefree. All I wanted was a chance to be an MC. Changed my mind about a degree. The mirror had all of the answers. I had to lower my standards. Now I changed my mind and my mindset. I worked it out and didn't break into a sweat. Changed my mind was a sign. That was Change My Mind. And then another thing also about Change My Mind, I have taken back what was mine. Music is my bloodline. I was a sign. A mission that I completed. Change My Mind is defeated. My life has been deleted to come back and to be greeted.
Listen, Makesha, you are inspiring a lot of people right now to change their minds, okay? Because there are so many people listening in right now that feel stuck, that feel like they're in a rut. They're looking for a way out. And listen, it's easier said than done. I get it. But this is going to be pivotal words of inspiration towards helping them on their journey. And I think you knew that, right? Again, as I mentioned to you at the top, poetry that is deeply personal to you, but is universally relatable and recognized.
Right.
So this is going to be something that offers a lot of wisdom. I know from doing research, another key component to your life, to your inspiration, to your journey has been your parents, right? You list them in the description as your heroes. Now, that's pretty big
definitely.
words there. In what way does this book serve as a testament to their faith and struggled during your journey. Is there a poem that is secretly for or about them? Or maybe not even a secret, maybe it's just out in the open. Tell us a little bit more about that and your relationship with your parents.
My parents mean everything to me. But with my journey, they was with me too. But I didn't tell them everything because I didn't know how they would react. But once I got comfortable and decided this is what happened when I was in a car accident. And my mom was like, but I was there too. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't tell you everything. So they brought me through a lot. So I credit both of my parents that helped me, mom and dad.
There you have it.
If they're listening, I would say thank you so very much.
There you go. Listen, I'm going to hop on top of that as well. Thank you, mom and dad. I appreciate it because, listen, you have, again, as I mentioned, you've played a pivotal role in Keisha's development, and we wouldn't be able to have her here on the network if she didn't create this magnificent book, and you played a crucial part in all of that. So thank you. My last couple of questions here, Makesha, as we start to close out. Listen, I think it's safe to assume, but I'm not going to do that here. We have you here on the line. I want to go directly to the source. Obviously, as I mentioned, this book is a beacon of hope, right? It's one of inspiration for those that are struggling. What is your message? What is your advice for the people that pick up the book that are finding themselves going through such a dark moment?
No matter what you're going through in life, you won't be defeated. You have to keep fighting. Never give up on yourself. Because once you give up on yourself, everything is going downhill. So you have to keep fighting because you have the strength. The strength is in you. You just have to change your mind. Because it's also about mindset too. Once you set your mind in a different direction, everything else will work out and you will see clearer than ever.
Listen, I know you got a lot more poetry and people, you know where you got to go to get them all. But as we close out, take us out in another one of your poems, please.
This is called Push Me Away. I feel like you're pushing me away. I felt like this all day. Couldn't shake the feeling if I could. Was at home not feeling too good. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Losing my strength for way too long. You're pushing me away so I'm not strong. I had to sit back and write this song. It was nothing but silence. Looked up at the sky for guidance. Don't be pushing me away. That's not how my heart plays. My life is like a brochure. Open the brochure and take a tour. Yes, I'm still Lil K. Move over and make a way. Up, down, and turn around. Pushing me away as I fell to the ground. I don't speak about what's on my mind. I wrote about it because I'm just fine. Then Miss Fantastic was born and changed a lot. Then he stopped pushing me away, so I forgot. I'm more powerful than ever. I'm still clever. However, I need to get myself together, so I'm writing this powerful letter. That was pushing me away.
People, listen, man. You got to purchase your copies today. I'm going to say it one last time. It's Amazon, it's Barnes & Noble. Make sure to check her out. She's mentioned a number of times. I mentioned it as well. She's also a DJ. She goes under the alias Lil K. Gather as much as you can on this woman because I promise you she has a lot to offer. For people listening in right now, man, a constant reminder that I'm taking away from this is, and trust me, let me preface it by saying I understand it's easier said than done. It doesn't just happen. Right. But our deepest scars can become our most resonant work. And I really believe that, man. Like, I've mentioned this a number of times on previous occasions. Like, growing up when I was younger, it was definitely a thing where I was faking it till I made it, man. But I recognized very early on that my perception played such a crucial part in my journey. And even in my darkest moments, even through my toughest struggles, I always looked for the silver lining. What is the lesson to be gained? How can I learn from this experience? And when I did it that way, the darkness just didn't seem so dark. It seemed like there was just a little bit of light peering through. Now, again, I understand it's easier said than done. Like when you're going through it, man, you just want to shut it off. Like the last thing you want to do is acknowledge those things. I get it. But people, I'm telling you, allow this book to be that beacon of hope and inspiration for you. It starts with this book, I Won't Be Defeated. Head on over there, pick up your copies today, and start on that journey. Let's go. Makesha, this has been an absolute pleasure. I really do mean that. Thank you once again for being a guest on People of Distinction.
You're very welcome. It was such an honor to speak with you. I appreciate you.